What kind of response are you getting as far as Trial by Fire is concerned? Because this is a very heartbreaking, a very hard-hitting series that has tried to document the trauma of the Uphaar tragedy. Abhay, do you want to start first?
I always tell Rajshri to go first. I was about to say that.
All right, Rajshri, please go ahead.
Yeah, it's been an incredible response.
Okay.
Honestly, words fail me. I had faith in this project from the word go, and I was expecting it to do well. But to receive this much love from people, from critics, from the industry, I couldn't be more grateful.
Right. Rajshri?
Yeah, as Abhay mentioned, the response is just incredible. And my message box is filled with stories. Like apart from, like how they like this show, how it moved them, they were actually sharing, what actually happened with them and how they're dealing with grief and how they're dealing with that kind of a pain and how they moved on thinking that nothing will happen. And here they see story of NEELAM and SHEKHAR, who is from past 25 years, every day get up and go to the court without thinking that what will happen. But because they believe that things will change. And I think that's something which is a big thing for me. And it's a huge honor to be part of the show where people are opening up about their stories.
Yeah, that's wonderful to learn. Some scenes, were quite overwhelming for me as a viewer. I don't want to give away a lot of spoilers, but there was this scene about that birthday cake and especially that security guard who was dealing with, 7 bodies of his family and the procedure to cremate them. As actors, was it at any point overwhelming for you as well, or did you just take it as part of your job?
Yeah, see, everything was very difficult, actually. It's not just the story of SHEKHAR and NEELAM, but even the other people, the whole About member, if you see, everyone's story is really moving. Even the smallest character had a journey which was very difficult for us to, kind of a digest.
Abhay, do you want to weigh in on that?
Yeah, it was overwhelming. You couldn't really enjoy the process simply because you realized you're living someone's life, someone who actually went through this. So it was kind of distressing. Sometimes you felt angry. Sometimes you felt sad. It was harder to kind of step out of this zone than it was to step into it. So you were kind of dealing with all sorts of emotions while portraying these characters, to be honest with you.
Rajshri, I want to understand something from you. I have also interviewed NEELAM KRISHNAMOORTHY in the past. She came across as a fearless and a heartbroken mother. How was your meeting with her? Did the KRISHNAMOORTHY couple share any feedback on their portrayal, on their stories?
My first meeting, of course, I was in awe of her. So I was just looking at her. I didn't know what to say, and she gave me a big tight hug, and she, because I had tears in my eyes, she said, "You're NEELAM. You have to be very, very strong. You can't cry." I think she'll be with me forever. NEELAM will be with me forever. She's very, very beautiful, and but her heart is so amazing. And I felt like, I know her. I knew her since many, many years. So I never felt that she's different to me and a new person to me, or I'm meeting her for the first time. I just felt that, I understand her, I know her, and so that's what my first meeting with her.
This is for Abhay Deol. So this friend of mine who wants to know that what makes you take chances in life, because given your body of work, you are someone who's taken a lot of chances, taken risks, worked with debutants, and what helps you choose this? Are you somebody who loves to take risks, or has this been a part of your journey and it's something that comes naturally to you?
It's never easy answering this question. When I get asked this question, all the chances I've taken, the risks, the sacrifices all feel worth it because people are responding to that. I remember being told, oh, you don't make films for yourself, you make films for an audience. And I was like, no, I'm making it for myself. Because if I don't like it, why would I expect the audience to like it? I find stories about real people who overcome adversity, like NEELAM and SHEKHAR, for example, far more interesting than those who kind of are larger than life and make believe. I just wouldn't have faith in those characters. So I just focused on those that I believed in. Now, I was doing this, especially at the beginning of my career, in an environment where this was not just that it did not happen, but it was actually frowned upon, which I found interesting because people actually didn't like you doing that. But I kind of just went with it, and there was a bit of ignorance is bliss, immaturity, idealism. It's a bit of everything. Fighting, collaborating, finding peace. I don't know if that answers your question.
Of course it does. And speaking of
Sure.
finding peace, have you found peace with fame? Because while I was researching, I figured that as a child, you did not like fame that much, of course, for obvious reasons, because your childhood was getting affected. You were asked all the wrong questions. But now, are you bonding with fame, or how is it? How are you two doing?
So I am. I had to say that to myself that marketing, fame and glamour are part of your job. Because look, I pride myself in doing my job as best as I can. I didn't consider marketing, fame, and all of that as part of my job. When I saw it as a part of my job, it opened up my mind a little bit. And then in trying to strike that balance today, I realized as an adult, I'm not going through the same traumas that I went through in my childhood. I'm not vulnerable as a kid anymore. And the intrusion into my life doesn't bother me so much anymore. And the people's love is the people's love. Just see it for that. And it's okay if you don't have as private a life as you would like it to be. It's small sacrifice for being allowed to do what you want to do. And honestly, like when I meet people and they're so excited to see me, and like for me, it's just like, okay, it kind of breaks my heart because not everybody gets this privilege of being loved so much.
Yeah.
And so I focused on the positive. And so now, do I love fame? I don't think I would love fame. I just feel like it's part of my job, but I embrace it for sure, more than before.
All right, that's a great way of putting it. Rajshri, a similar question for you. While your performances, whatever we've watched so far, your silences are more powerful than words, especially in Trial by Fire. There are some scenes where there are no dialogues at all, but you've done tremendous work. In the current scenario, do you think there are more choices that an artist like you is getting in order to thrive and do the kind of work that you want to do? Because thanks to OTT or the kind of content that is emerging, things are more democratic, things are more diverse, there's space for everyone?
Yeah, of course, there is space for everyone, but still long way to go. I think we still need more, more support to the directors, where they can bring on more stories like this, where they can work on each and every detailing. It should not be like a Maggie noodle where you just start working and you have to start shooting and then edit and just so that should not happen. I feel every project should take their own sweet time, and then then it should come out. I think it will take a lot of time. We need more and more people to come out and say that, okay, I think let's work on script. Let's work on having more more artists who believe in craft.
Abhay, final thoughts on when we talk about OTT or the kind of content consumption, has it made things more democratic and diverse, and people, a good art or good work is getting its due?
I mean, you're using the same words I've been using in terms of it becoming more democratic, for sure. It's as I explained, it's now, it's a digital space. So it's quite limitless, basically. and they can and they will make what is mainstream because that has a large audience, but they have the space to do that which is not considered mainstream, that might be considered experimental. Even I can speak for myself, where I was trying to sort of work with new directors because it was the new directors that had new ideas and nobody really wanted to support those filmmakers or those movies. Today, I can easily go to an OTT platform with those directors and those stories to get them made. So this is why seeing a lot more diversity and diversity of actors, diversity of thought, diversity of philosophy and stories. And I just hope it continues to do so.
All right, let's hope for the best. Thank you so much, Abhay Deol and Rajshri Deshpande, for making time and speaking to CNBC. All the best for your series and good luck for the upcoming projects as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.